Becket's just put in the chat, curb your enthusiasm.
Okay, yes. Well, we are now back. I don't know what happened. And I'm sad about it because, like, we had a full chat. Like, we had tons of people in there.
I know, but I think if they some of them might have waited, that's fine.
Alright.
Like we did, I'm gonna. The problem is you've given me effort on the recording because now
Now
I
you
actually have to edit some of this crap out.
You have to cut it together, and you have to upload 2 videos.
Nah, screw that. I ain't putting it together.
Yeah, well,
You can have part 1 and part 2.
Well, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Well, that's easy. That's fine. I'll do
that. Okay.
Very good. Nana, I was laughing at your comment about the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme playing.
I literally don't know what happened there. I mean, the thing is, I couldn't hear the buzzing, but I could see on my equalizer, it was like, so that buzzing was loud, and I apologize.
Yeah, see now, I didn't hear the buzzing. I didn't hear the buzzing at all. I just heard one pop, and that was it.
I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm getting a new computer anyway, so.
Oh, thank Christ!
Yes. You know what's crazy?
CD has just put it was a white noise bomb.
I'm so sorry for that. You know what's weird? That happened on my phone earlier today too. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm Jubilee.
Maybe you are.
Or maybe it's a sunspot. I don't know. But yes, count us back in, Pete. I don't remember what we were talking about.
3, 2.
I actually don't remember what we were talking about before everything exploded.
We were talking about PSVR 2, but I guess that conversation's
dead. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Valve and how they make great games and stuff like that. But really, that's
to be honest, I've ruined my opportunity for a nice joke there.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say something about it doesn't matter. It was the moment's been lost.
That's what she said. Okay.
No, well, okay. It was along the lines of, well, you know that Valve are probably going to be prepping Steam Deck 2 at some point.
Yes. The thing is, though, Pete, you joke.
That'll be it. No more.
You joke, but you know that's true.
Yeah, they won't make a Steam Deck 3. For some reason, Valve have a problem with the number 3.
It's true. Oh.
That was the joke.
That was very good, Pete. I ruined it. It was very good.
Okay. You did, with your annoying popping of microphones.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wonder what happened. Anyway, we're going to continue on.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad that happened before this one. Moving on from PSVR 2, we got a launch trailer for Destiny 2 expansion Lightfall.
Yes!
Which comes out next week.
So, here's the funny thing. I keep forgetting that that Bungie is owned by Sony because that hurts my heart.
Damn you, Bungo.
And what'd you say, Pete?
I said, God damn you, Bungo.
Yes, exactly. So, I dropped out of Destiny about 4 months ago, maybe, because with the Witch Queen actually. Oh crap!
Yeah.
Has it been a year?
That was a while back.
That was like a year ago. Holy crap! But I'm kind of glad I did. There was nothing interesting in it for me. It just wasn't for me. And the whole reason I dropped out is, as I've said before, Destiny is a wonderful game. I love it. Yeah. But you have to have friends that play with you, or you have to be not scared of strangers on the internet.
Sorry.
Yeah, and Pete does not play. And I was part of a guild, but I don't know if it's being a chick on the internet. It could be partly that, like growing up with Battlefield and the stuff you had to sit through as a chick. Maybe there's a little bit of weird PTSD there or something. I don't really know. But I'm very uncomfortable with strangers on the internet. So I had to drop out of Destiny because I was hitting levels where you have to have a team. But having said all that, these trailers look amazing, and it's the lore, and it's so cool, and holy crap, guess who's gonna be playing Destiny?
Well, guess who got the review code for the expansion for Destiny more like?
That too. So it's gonna be a very thorough review.
Expect it in about a year.
Probably knowing me. No. I promise it's not. It's gonna be. I'm gonna get it out as soon as possible. That's what she said. But
Damn it, you can't even let me have that one.
and I just have to like bite the bullet and do some raids with strangers, I think, or something. I'll figure something out about that. But I will.
Yeah,
It will
you'll
be
have-
very
yeah,
thorough.
we'll have
Don't
to.
worry. It'll be thorough and
Okay.
everything.
I have some thoughts about this trailer. And
Okay.
the one thought that I had about this trailer is, God damn it, I've been watching too much Friends recently because all I hear is Lance Reddick.
Oh, I know. Isn't it great? I'm so glad.
Look, Lance Reddick is great, but
Mhm.
I've been watching so much Friends recently, and he's in it a lot.
Uh,
So it's just like, hang on, am I not watching another? Oh wait, this is Destiny. Okay, cool.
He did something not that long ago that wasn't Destiny, but because I identify him so strongly with Destiny, I was just like, what? I like caught my attention, and then it wasn't that. It was like a commercial or something, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think I've seen that.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, and it was definitely on Twitter. But and Nana says, I mean, was anyone else gonna take it?
There were two other people who were up for it.
Yeah, well, that's true. And Prince had blasted the news a little too hard, I guess. So, Pete, I called this news blast to your face.
We can't. We've already had an episode called that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I called it in the thing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
Oh, did you actually put the number 2 as well?
no, but that was a good.
You suck.
I do suck. No. But
You
so
suck and or blow.
yeah, okay. So Destiny 2 D2. Yes, the Mighty Ducks.
Oh god. Anyway,
Yes.
this has gone to hell.
Yes, it really has.
So next up we have Takia, I think it's pronounced. Apparently that's launching into PlayStation Plus catalog in March.
Oh, I have so much to say.
To be honest with you, I'd zoned out at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of bored.
Yeah. Okay. Run through them so I can say my piece.
I've got nothing else I need to say. I can't remember this. I'll have to watch it back.
Yep. I mean, run through the list. Give through the list.
Okay. Well, there's going to be one game that I can't just run through.
Okay.
Anyway, so Sony then revealed new games coming to PlayStation Plus in March, includes Battlefield 2042. I mean, why would EA still want to acknowledge that game exists? I don't know. Code Vein. And Microsoft owned Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that looking to the CMA there, Sony? How's that looking?
Oh, I have so much to say.
I know we're getting to that. I just thought it was funny. So next up we had a look at the game from Enhanced, makers of Res and Tetris Effect. So this is was Humanity. It was out in May 2023.
Oh, yeah.
PS5, PS4, PSVR, and PSVR 2, and there is a demo out for it. So have a look at that. Like I said, we're zoning out by this point. Could not recall this. Next up, we've had a game that we have seen a couple of times at this point, which is Teen Dinosaur narrative game Goodbye Volcano High.
Yeah, I remember.
So this comes out PS5 and PS4 June 15th.
I remember when we watched that on the Microsoft showcase thing.
Yeah, so do I, and I thought it looked weird as hell by then. So
yeah,
it hasn't gotten any less weird, let's say.
It isn't even that for me. It's what I said then, and I'm saying it now as well, which is you've got these advanced consoles, and they're just doing, the lowest graphics, the lowest, you know what I mean? It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't really understand it as well. You've got machines there that can utilize the power of SSD, lack of load times, high fidelity graphics, ray tracing and all that.
Yeah.
But yet you want to make a game that utilizes none of that. Oh wait, it's because it's coming to PS4 as well. But Sony really believes in generations, of course.
Yeah. up so I can talk bad about Sony.
Yes, I know. All right. So next up, we got Naruto Cross Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. This is apparently is a remaster or a remake of a game. I can't of the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, I believe.
Right.
Don't know. Anyway, not my interest. No offense to any Naruto or Boruto fans out there, just not for me.
Used to be my interests, and then
Yep.
not anymore.
Okay, next up, the game that I think I've been seeing for about 3 years because it still hasn't come out is Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Looking particularly nice.
I was gonna say, like, graphically it looks good.
Yeah, but they had a goddamn booth of this at frickin' E3, not E3, at bloody EGX last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so new release date, August 31st.
Yeah.
Coming out for PS5 and PC. I will wait to see whether or not that actually releases on August 31st.
It would be good if it did.
Delayed till November.
Probably. Would not surprise me, put it that way.
Next up, we had Wayfinder, online multiplayer and adventure. So beta is a PlayStation exclusive from February 28th, so in a couple of days' time. But by the time that comes out, everyone else is going to be playing Destiny.
It's true. That wasn't a smart move. But I have a lot to say about Sony's and they're not smart moves.
Yes. Right, I'm going to skip one.
Okay.
Gonna skip one. So not next up. The one after that, we had Resident Evil 4 Remake, which they revealed a special demo is coming soon, which is probably going to be a select part of the campaign.
Mm-hmm. Probably like they did before.
Looking forward to that, and oh my god.
What?
They finally showed Krauser.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy to see. And that knife fight looks utterly mental still.
I was gonna say, I am like looking for. I'm probably not gonna play this.
I will.
But I'm gonna watch other people play it.
Oh hell no! I am buying this. I'm actually gonna buy this and play it.
Well,
Resident Evil 4 is my favourite of the series, so I want to hope that they do it well.
You want to punch Baldur's?
No, that was 5.
Oh, 5. See how. Yeah. I just dropped out between 4, 5, and 6. That's where I went. Bye bye, okay. Resident Evil.
Right. Yeah, fine. So, we'll talk Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in a minute because they had a massive section about that, talking all about the game. But there was a game that I skipped because I'm going to have a bit of a moment here. Street Fighter 6 revealed 3 new characters, and by new characters I mean we already knew the roster anyway, but it was nice to actually see them in the flesh.
Yeah.
So, the reveal for this time was Zangief, Cammy, and new fighter Lily. Zangief looks like Zangief. Zangief is Zangief. You can't really change Zangief that much, really.
Yeah.
He looked cool in the engine, I'm not going to lie. Right, the revisions that they've made, some of them have been a bit awkward, let's say. I think Blanca still looks a bit strange.
Right. I'm going to agree with you there.
But Zangief, oh my god. You see, I think naturally for the first time you actually see how big he really is.
Yeah, he's like one of the biggest fighter. Well, of the original, I don't know anything about the new ones.
Of the original New World Warriors, yes, he's the tallest and the biggest by any stretch of the imagination. Not the biggest Street Fighter character of all time because that goes to Abigail.
I figured when I said that, is Abigail the like really strong, muscly chick that like?
No, Abigail is an actual boss from Final Fight that they included into the roster of Street Fighter 5, and he's well over 7 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Some character caught my eye a couple of weeks ago for cosplay ideas for reasons, but I don't know anything about her or anything because it's all.
You have to send it over to me so I can have a look at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Cammy's had a drastic redesign.
Was it
very drastic? Sorry.
Well, I know.
I'd say drastic.
Like, I still recognized her as Cammy. Now, I will say this. My main complaint, that's always been my main complaint about this new modern era of games, is the chest is flatter. I don't like that. I know you don't
I'm
comment
not
on
going to
that,
say
but
I noticed, to be
I
honest.
noticed that.
I was more looking at the actual redesign of her as a whole.
Is it
And
because I still
G
recognized her as
so she's got midriff showing still, which is
yeah,
fine. I've got no problem with that. She's got a jacket on
hmm
and a crop top basically, and
and that's her, right? That's
don't dislike the design
yeah.
actually. I think it's I always thought that her design of the of Street
Oh,
Fighter
the like
2 was always a bit over the top in terms of the sexualization,
yeah.
and I think this one is a lot more
Expected.
modest, and I like still attractive clearly,
Right.
but a lot more on the
Well, see,
modest side of attractive.
for me personally, again, it doesn't matter. It's not my gaze that they're trying to appeal to, but as long as they're like still attractive and not
Hmm.
like generic blob creatures,
Yeah,
I think they've done a good job.
yeah, I can't disagree with it. I think that the additions in terms of what I saw in with the gameplay of her
Mm-hmm.
in the trailer look like classic Cammy, but
Right.
she's gonna. I hate using a term that you're not really going to understand, but I'm going to use it anyway.
Okay.
She has gone proper unga bunga.
Okay. No, I don't know. That sounds like a problematic term to me.
Uh, no, unga bunga basically means it's, yeah, balls to the wall, complete
Right.
shite insane, basically. She
That's
is going to
cool.
be ultra rushed down, like, even more so probably than she has been in previous games.
Right.
Like,
That's cool.
she's got a, like, she had dive kicks before.
Right. Now
But
that
she's
I
got a
do
lot
know.
of moves that seem to go into dive kicks now.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it seems like the dive kick might utilize her, like be the main selling point of Cammy in this game.
Right. I'm freezing.
Yes, let's move on because Lily was probably the most interesting out of them all.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite interested about this one because apparently she's a descendant or a cousin of one of the original Street Fighter 2 characters,
Right.
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, not the originals, but one of the new challengers.
Yeah.
Um, she looks interesting, to say the least. She is somewhat a mix between a normal fighter and a grappler,
Mm-hmm.
but she has weapons, and
Right.
they kind of look like I don't know what they're called, but you know those things that you use in lacrosse. It kind of look like
Oh.
those,
Yeah.
the hulls, like the
The
thing that you
netty
use to
things.
hull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of look like those. I know they're
Right.
kind of a traditional Mexican thing, but I don't know what they are. But her design looks cool as hell, to be honest. I really like
Yeah.
it.
I only caught a brief glimpse on like somebody's Twitter post, and it looked cool to me. I don't
Hmm.
know anything
So
about a Street Fighter, but it looked cool.
new. But anyway, I think that might be the final reveal of all the characters for the initial roster.
Ah, right. Okay,
So,
okay.
and if any observant person will know this, there's a reason why they've been revealing them 3 by 3, because the main roster leaked a while back once the game was announced. So they've just been going, yep, the roster's leaked. We sorry, this is not how we wanted to do it, but here you go, enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fair enough. Can't
yeah, I was
argue with
gonna
that, really.
say
So
they really leaned into it. Then
yeah,
that's cool.
but the only thing they've got left to do now, and I think if there's a state of play before June or anything else, Capcom might even do it themselves. They're going to detail that story mode massively because there's still not a lot of information out there.
Right.
So, anyway, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Let's talk about this absolute.
Oh, train wreck.
Yes, I'll let you take this first.
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of continuing on what I said earlier, which is, for me, it just looks so generic. Like, it showed the movesets of two of the characters, and the movesets were almost identical. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did. It's
Yeah.
like Deadshot and King Shark are essentially the same
They're
character.
the same, and then they all kind of do the kind of, I'm just gonna call it what I call it, which is like the grapple hook effect.
Yep.
They all do
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, Deadshot has the jetpack, so it makes
Mhm.
it slightly different.
It's slightly different, but it's the same basic mechanics, which is grapple over there, do a spin kick, grapple over there, do another spin kick, and then Ta-da. And I
Yep.
don't know, like that's boring. I mean, I
Yep.
would play it, but I would be like, okay, I've had enough of this now. You know, like I'd have to take breaks
Mm.
type thing.
Yeah. I kept watching this, and you knew what my opinion was
Oh yeah.
of the Rocksteady games, especially like those Arkham games. I think are somewhat superb.
Yeah, they still
So I was
hold up.
quite, yeah. I play Arkham Asylum
Mhm.
very regularly.
Oh yeah.
Outside of the detective mode, that game is near perfect.
Yep.
Arkham City, not as much for
No.
me. I didn't like the more open aspects of it. I liked the more narrower,
Yeah.
tighter, sort of confined experience you had with Asylum.
I actually agree with
The
you there.
the least said about Arkham Knight, the better. Not to say that it played badly. It was just too much Batmobile.
Yeah. Um, wait, no, Rocksteady didn't do Origins, did they?
No, they
They
didn't. That
didn't.
was
Yeah.
WB Montreal,
Yeah.
which is a shame because apparently that game's really good, and I've never got to experience
Really,
it. So I'm probably going to go and play it.
I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean anything.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was somewhat excited to hear about this game a little bit more because I think the pedigree that Rocksteady have, especially when it comes to the DC properties, very very good studio, and it seems to work well for them.
Mm-hmm.
This after all these years of hearing about potentially what this game is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
was probably the most underwhelming thing I have ever seen. It
Yeah.
was so disappointing.
For as long as they've been working on it, yeah.
Yeah, this game has been worked on for so long now that actually the idea of having this game was already outdated long before they even put it into concept. Because I don't know about you, but I thought of one thing throughout watching this entire reveal.
Avengers, because that's all I thought about. Oh,
Why have they reskinned Crackdown?
yeah. Some people were saying Crackdown, Agents of Mayhem, which I mean, yeah. Um, which I could see all that, but again, for me, I just kept seeing the Avengers. It's just like
Yeah, like, I can see why you saw
mhm.
Avengers in it as well. The thing
The
that looked
money grabbing
always,
is really it.
yeah, the thing that looked really the most unusual thing to me, and as a fighting game player, I'm not adverse to the concept of super jumping.
Right.
Like, I know that. It doesn't look right in this game.
It
Like, the
doesn't.
fact that you are, like, you're Harley Quinn, a human female,
Yeah,
and
not a
she's
super.
jumping the height of a building.
Yeah.
King Shark, you could kind of understand it.
I
But
mean,
Captain Boom, no, not a chance.
yeah.
He's a regular ass human with a few, just
The
with a
boomerang.
tiny little bit of metahuman about him.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, he's not really even a metahuman, is he? He just
I don't think
utilizes the
so.
Speed Force.
I was gonna say, but then we're getting
Yeah.
into more.
In this game, it is specifically stated, I think, that Captain Boomerang has actually stolen some gauntlets that allow him to tap into the Speed Force.
Right.
So you
Right.
see that
Yeah.
special that he had where it was literally like 8 different versions of him. I think that's his special, that's powered by those gauntlets.
That makes perfect sense, and why it just doesn't appeal to me.
Also, character Captain Boomerang never once throws his boomerang. What is the point?
Yeah, I like
His most iconic weapon.
There's so much. I hate to say this because it's very generic sounding when I say this, but hey, that fits the game. There really is so much potential lost on this. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah,
Everyone was looking forward to this, and I get that, they switched from PS4 to PS5 development in the middle of it, and then the pandemic, and then this, and then that. But I mean, it's been in development for like 5 years, which does mean that it's kind of missed some of the trends and stuff like that. But that's why you should never design for trends, by the way. And I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Probably the best way that I could sum that up. It was bad. It was very, very bad.
Yeah, but the thing is, it did look cool, and the story itself, the underlying story, sounds very cool. Very interesting.
The fact that Brainiac has taken over the Justice League, that apart from Wonder Woman, and yeah, you have to go in and do that. Look, I'm gonna be the first one to admit that they've completely wasted an incredible logo.
Right. I mean, there's a lot that's wasted.
No, that logo is fantastic for the game. It's just God damn it, they've just you ruined this game with like this
Yeah.
gameplay. What the hell was this?
Generic gameplay.
Yeah.
Looting boxes.
Yeah.
Three different kinds of money.
Yeah, and did you notice in the behind the scenes as well? It was like talking about, it's like, oh, we got this gear system, and it was like, don't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you can do gear. No.
It's just like there is a way to do Battle Pass that is cool, and people want to play it. Ask Bungie. That's my advice.
Yeah, but remember, it's purely cosmetic.
Yeah, exactly. But you can do, if you do it right. No one does it right. Nobody does it right. Bungie does, except Bungie, and they're like siblings now because Sony owns them. So why didn't Whatchamadoodle talk to Bungie?
Because Rocksteady aren't owned by Sony.
I know, but they've got an in there. Isn't it an exclusive? Did I make that up in my head?
No, they've got the exclusive marketing rights.
Oh, I really did. I thought it was an exclusive. I thought it was exclusive.
I don't think it is. Don't think it is. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm fading. I'm getting very tired.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so they said that showing an extended look, they comment various Rocksteady stuff, and they said that there is a battle pass and mention of new characters post launch.
Yeah.
Don't care. No. Moving on.
Yeah, you have to invest. Okay, I'm gonna say this why Destiny does it so well, because the underlying base game is done so well, and there's lore and there's history, and they make characters that you care about. You want to upgrade yourself in defense of these characters, if that makes sense. You're part of the story. None of these other people or other studios make you part of the story. You're more an accessory, you know? Although I think Midnight Suns does that, makes you part of the story. I think.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you have the hunter character.
Yeah.
Who's your creator character.
Yeah. But that's the whole key. You have to make the player feel like they're part of the story if you want them to keep investing money into the story. And I'm talking about live service games for those out there who don't understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what I would say about that. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I know. We've got two more stories, but I'm going to kind of roll them into one anyway because they're very much on the related side.
All right.
So we'll talk very, very quickly about this first part, and then we'll go into the bigger discussion. So coming from VentureBeat this time. There's a source I haven't used for a while. So Microsoft President Brad Smith has announced that the company has signed a 10-year deal to bring Xbox games, including Call of Duty, once it's acquired. This only mentions one place, but I'm going to mention the second, to both Nintendo platforms and Nvidia.
Yeah.
Via the GeForce Now service. So the signed deal means that Microsoft is living up to its promise to the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, that will make Call of Duty available to other platform companies like Nintendo if the near $69 billion deal to acquire Activision Blizzard is approved. So, said in the tweet, Smith stated, this is part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. Binding agreement means that Nintendo players will get the games on the same day as Xbox with full feature and content parity, so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy it too. Now, this is where I bring this back, and this is where I say that Jeff Keighley got himself into a bit of bother.
Oh, right. What did he say?
Talking about, will it include price parity as well?
Oh.
Which Actually, funnily enough, I thought was a really good question.
That is actually a good question because Nintendo does have very pricey games.
Well, they're actually below the general curve at the moment. Their games are still selling at $60, well, compared to the 70 for
Well,
apart
that's
from Zelda.
yeah,
And we spoke about this a couple of
we
weeks
did.
ago where we said it was done on a case by case basis, which
Yeah,
is why I said earlier on in the Nintendo story, they lack the case by case basis at the moment.
yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was interesting that for some reason, that got him into bother, despite the fact, like, people think he's a PlayStation shill, but that clearly doesn't seem to come off that way.
No,
So I
I
don't.
mean, okay, I can kind of see it because Last of Us and God of War, but
Yeah, I know,
I
but
don't think he
like,
actually is.
no, but that's a bit different. If they're paying money to be a part of your show, then of course you will include them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they want to pay the money, then they'll pay the money.
Yes.
You know, so I just thought it was interesting, and it's one of the only times I've actually agreed with Jeff Keighley and gone fair. Can't argue with that. So anyway, this kind of rolls into this one because obviously we've been hearing a lot about the CMA and
Mm-hmm.
the acquisition of the of ABK by Microsoft
Yeah.
because it's finally seems to have gone into court.
Yeah.
So there's been some documents been coming out, and there's been some revelations that have been stated,
Mm-hmm.
and there's been some deals that have been signed, like we said, with Nvidia and Nintendo, which has come off the back of that. But there was also this very interesting tidbit that came out of it, and unfortunately, I had to use the forbidden source of Polygon for this
Yep.
one. Because, funnily enough, they were one of the very few that actually covered this,
Hmm.
weirdly enough. So, I'm just going to read statements that Microsoft has made to the UK regulators in an attempt to save its proposed near $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard contradict what the company has said for years about Xbox Game Pass. Namely, that a game's appearance on the subscription services does result in lower sales.
It does, yeah.
The comment comes secondhand in a report filed last week with the UK's CMA, or Competition and Markets Authority, and first reported by gamesindustry.biz. Microsoft also submitted that its internal analysis shows a redacted, and that's not me saying that, that is actually in the article, percentage decline in base game sales 12 months following their addition on Game Pass. The CMA said in its report. Since at least 2018 and through Xbox officials all the way up to the division chiefs, Phil Spencer, the company has touted Xbox Game Pass has a sales benefit to third parties who put their games up in a library. Well, that is actually kind of correct, but also kind of not true at the same time.
Yeah.
So they obviously pay money to put it on the service, and when it leaves the service, they then put it on a discount.
Yep.
I believe it's a 20% discount,
It is,
isn't it,
yeah.
when they leave the service?
Mm-hmm. And I
So
have
that's
bought
not
games that way.
yeah, so it's not to say that they don't get anything out of this. That would be wrong to say so. So in the quote most often cited, Spencer said in a 2018 interview with Level Up that the increased player base that Xbox Game Pass drew to Forza Horizon 4 in its launch day is actually leading to more sales of the game. He added that State of Decay 2, another Game Pass launch title, was selling really well in the month that it launched in Game Pass. But Microsoft apparently told the UK CMA that Activision itself was reluctant to put games on the service or any other subscription services, believing that doing so would severely cannibalize buy-to-play sales, particularly in the case of newer releases.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to leave it there for this one. It sort of is kind of going along the same lines of the rest of the article from there. So interesting to hear that we all kind of suspected this.
I was gonna say, like, logically, come on, we knew it. Didn't want to, like, face it, but of course you're losing money. I mean, it depends on what you consider losing money. If you mean, oh, 1 million people play this via Game Pass instead of buying it, I still don't think 1 million people would buy that game if it wasn't on Game Pass. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yes, I
doesn't
do, because funnily enough, I wouldn't have played Halo Infinite if it had not been on Game Pass.
exactly. So I think the metrics can kind of be played around with to fit
Yeah.
certain narratives. It just
Mm-hmm.
depends on how you look at them. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I do think Halo Infinite's a perfect example of that. I don't think that half the people that played it would have even touched it, or they definitely wouldn't have bought it.
No.
You know, type thing.
Um, Also, you have to somewhat remember that Microsoft, Xbox, obviously, but I'm going to say Microsoft in this one because even certain aspects of their business have changed. Don't seem to care about singular sales anymore. It's all about subscription money. It's about those recurring subscribers to
That
Office 365, to
mm-hmm.
Game Pass, to Xbox Live Gold. You know,
that
it is. It's been that change that they've been doing over at least the last 5 years across their entire business means that that recurring revenue stream will be recurring rather than a one-off payment, and that person may not potentially even buy anything more on the service or on it.
well, that's the direction of so much of the market because that's why live service games are cropping up out of nowhere. People who don't know how to build them are trying to build them. That's why you can't even you can almost not buy something in the Apple store because I've said this before. I'm an Apple girl,
Hmm.
and I bought an app this week, and it was one of the only apps I've found that is not a dadgum subscription. Funnily enough, it was a financial app. It's not a subscription based app. It just seems to be the way of the market, and I don't like. I don't get it. Like, no, I do get it. The idea is that if you have money coming in every month, well, that's something you can count on. But I just don't think that's a very smart, and it's starting to show that, smart way to be. Um,
No, it's leading to some pretty questionable decisions, let's say.
yep. And also when the entire globe is under, a financial strain, the people that buy games and, stuff like that, they don't have the amount of money, especially with inflation and all that good stuff happening. They don't have the same amount of pocket money that they had a year ago, 2 years ago. Whereas they could probably save up and buy a game as
Hmm.
opposed to, and so I don't know. I don't like subscription based, to be honest. Even though I do still love Game Pass, I think it can work. I just don't think it needs to be for everything. Everything does not need to be subscription based.
No. So, like, you look at it this way, like, everything that you have nowadays is basically a subscription. So,
Yeah,
Game Pass subscription, PSN subscription, Switch
BMW.
subscription. You probably do have a BMW subscription,
I don't have one because I'm fighting against it, but it does
but you know
exist.
that there is one available.
Yeah, I do. I'm aware.
Yeah, that's the problem. But that's what I mean. It's like this constant need to get
Mm-hmm.
everyone into this recurring monthly monetary scheme just to make sure that you are getting people through the door. Whereas whatever happened to the principle of if you create good product, people will buy it.
Yeah. Well, we could do a whole show on that,
Let's do it.
especially with Chat GPT coming onto the scene.
Don't. I'd rather not even talk about freaking AI, to be honest.
AI though is going to be influencing this market in the future.
Don't, because I know it will.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I've been rather creeped out by those Trump and Biden gamer videos. They've been quite funny, to be fair, but I'm sick of seeing them now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been reading this whole week because I have a huge interest in AI. I've said that on the show many, many times before, and I am telling you, things are about to get weird.
Mm,
But I'm
that's good.
very
That's the
tired.
news.
Okay, I think we should wrap it up because I'm like, woo.
Yeah, it's almost like that's your part of the job to do. We should
Oh
wrap the
yeah,
show
it
up.
is me, isn't it? Yes.
Oh my god.
But we do. I'm freezing, guys. I'm so sorry. We
Put a
do.
jumper on.
I didn't bring one down with me like an idiot. Because it
So
was.
now, usually at this point, this is where you drink to warm yourself up. So
I think so. Also, I have a little pink wrap that I like to wear, and I don't see it. And I'm freezing.
and also because you usually have a heater on as well,
I
because
do,
it's
but
coming
it's
through
too
quite
loud.
loudly.
But I do want to thank our lovely chat, which has been wonderful. You guys are amazing, and it like warms my heart, and I've been happy this whole time. Like, yay! And then our wonderful listeners. You guys are the the bread and butter of this show. You've been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're the bread. You're the mayo. The chat. The live viewers. They're the meat.
Are the meat. The meat in this sandwich. Oh, that sounds dirty. I'm not going to say that. But...
I did.
Oh, gosh.
Enjoyed being that meat.
Oh, goodness.
I said being, not beating.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't sound like it. Oh dear. But anyway, we do thank you for stopping by. It's been wonderful. It's been absolutely lovely. And you could spend your time with anyone else, as we always say. But the fact that you choose to spend it with us means the world to us, and that is not a joke. Oh goodness.
Yep, Sencho with Beat the Meat Sandwich and Deadbeat Punk. On cue, it's almost like he's ready for an insult. Pete beat meat.
So
I think
glad.
I might name the episode that.
I'm so glad you said that and not me. But
Not saying anything.
But Pete. Oh goodness, chat is popping off. Pete, where now that Pete's meat has been mentioned. Chat's filling up.
I don't even know what that is even supposed to relate to.
I don't know. I'm getting tired.
That's not even a segue.
No, it's not. But I can make anything a segue. Anything's a segue if you try hard enough.
Anything's a segue if you put wheels on it.
There you go. Pete.
Anyway, you can find... Oh, man.
Gosh.
Oh, that's a shame. I better tell the missus.
Oh gosh, I am not here right now. Please leave your name.
Yeah, I know. Right. So you can follow me on Twitter at PeteBeckett1. So BCKEWT and the number 1. You can also get in contact with me on various Discords, including the Rapid Reviews UK, Modern Escapism, and What the Frick Do You Want Discords, even though I'm not in there as much. But you can find the rest of the contact details on the end of the show. Kiley, what about you?
Well, my main port of call, as they say, is really over on Instagram, where I'm just like chilling with CrossFit peeps. So if you're interested into that, oh, I'm very tired. It's Kylie Yellick, which is my thing for everything apparently. And then if you want to chill on my Twitter, where I have lots of good conversations with lots of people from around the world, you can join in those over at Kylie to Greet, KILEYTEHGREET.
Yeah, you got it right this time.
I know. Maybe I'm just on autopilot. But
You've been autopilot before and it's not worked.
Well, I have nothing to say to that.
That's a great comment. Yeah, Kylie is identical when tipsy and tired. And yes, that is true. I've seen it enough times from both sides.
It's too true. I'm sleepy. I gotta sleep now.
Yeah, almost like too much drink makes her sleepy.
That's true too. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a nightcap. But no, because I'm supposed to go to the gym at
I guess it's better than the five nightcaps you had last week.
It's true. Look, if one is good and one is fun, more is more fun and more better.
Is that why they get you to do that on a sobriety test?
I can always touch my nose. Watch. Yeah, exactly. I have fallen for that before. Someone was like, look at your hand to see something. I don't know what it was. And I was like, and they went,
oh, so see if you've got cancer or something. Like, see if your hand's bigger because you have cancer.
I don't remember what it
It's like,
was.
yeah, great. Congratulations.
I'm stupid. But we thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Suicide Squad can get in a bin.
That ends the podcast portion. We'll hang around about 3 more minutes. Holy crap.
Right. I will be back in a second too. One minute.
Thank y'all for hanging in there when we lost everything. I still don't know what happened. Couldn't even tell you. I don't know enough about audio equipment.
I can hear you again.
Oh, okay. I still don't know where that white noise came from. Like, again, I couldn't hear it, but I could see it on the equalizer, and holy crap, I was like, ah, and I couldn't turn it down. So I was just like, I muted it as fast as I could. There, that's good. Deadbeat says, Suicide Squad, kill the state of play. I like that. I actually like that.
Very good.
I think we're
See, this is why you're doing well writing for other outlets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so what I wanted to say and then I didn't was that I think that Sony underperformed on purpose. I really do.
What, on the state of play?
Yeah. I don't think it was performance
anxiety. What's making you think that?
Because they don't want to me too, Deadbeat, me too. But they don't want to look like they're doing well so that Microsoft can't be like...
Okay, yeah, I think I know.
That's my theory. But then again, there's just not good games too, so... I don't know. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit.
Okay, what's Microsoft's excuse for not releasing a game basically all of last year?
I think the same thing, if I'm being honest. As much as I love Microsoft, I think they're
hedging the old bets on the Microsoft deal and that on the
crazy thing is
Activision deal.
The crazy thing is, before this, all this nonsense happened, like all the financial forecasters I watch, and then going on my own instinct, none of this was supposed to happen. It was supposed to just be a normal acquisition and go through. Like, the fact that Sony is fighting this so hard is insane. It's crazy.
It's not.
What?
I don't think it's that crazy, to be honest.
Brent's going on a yacht club cruise. I want a yacht so bad. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Hang on. Wait. Because I need to read this. He's going on a yacht club cruise. Did you hear about my yacht club cruise? No, I did not. Does that mean you're actually going... Oh, this is going to be a terrible joke. Does that mean you're going to meet Shovel Knight?
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
Yeah, I did say it was bad, alright? I did say.
Oh my gosh, I'm freezing. Is anyone else freezing, or is it just me in my basement?
No, it is a bit cold in my room, in my little cave.
I'm underground, where my wine is. Let's see. Nana says, well, we know Spider-Man is this year, so we're getting a Spider-Man state of play at some point this year. I wish we'd hear about Wolverine. And Deadbeat says,
not till next year.
I know. Imagine if Microsoft don't put COD on Game Pass and are able to blame Sony for selling it at full price. Spencer having his 69 billion cake and eating it. Nice. I hope they do that.
That's a good cake. I really like that cake.
69 cake.
Good cake.
I'm not literally not touching that. But and it says you joke.
Especially 69 billion of them.
69 billion cakes?
Yes.
69 billion, 69
Oh,
cakes.
for God's sake. Cake position.
Oh, that's so cake. Nana says you joke, but Phil Spencer is crazy enough to do that. He is. He's very smart. But he's so classy, guys. He's so classy because he's like, he just takes the high road. He just is like, Sony, you're so good. You don't need us. You're the best. And it's like, oh, he's like fighting classy. And then Brent says, after the big cruise in April, we're going on a yacht club cruise next March. Nice. If you do a yacht, that's like on a river and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like trans-ocean cruise because it's a yacht. I want a yacht. I don't know what I would do with it because I'm a little bit scared of boats. But I really want to see whales and like whales breaching and dolphins and penguins. I'd like to see some penguins.
Freaking awesome.
Although we have an island like off of Ireland called Rathlin Island. Yeah, Rathlin Island, and there's like puffins and stuff on there. I really want to go there.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Are you thinking of a canoe? Yes, he's gonna go on a canoe cruise. The new kayak game on PSVR 2. Yacht is a good place to store PSVR gear.
Apparently, puffins are only there a few months of the year.
Yeah, I need to do that. I gotta see when they show up. It's probably now, where it's cold.
Thanks to the resident puffin hunter himself, Deadbeat Punk.
Puffin hunter. That sounds naughty for some reason.
I think that's just your savagely dirty mind.
I was gonna say,
that place.
I do live in the gutter. I have a permanent residence set up there.
Yes.
Yeah, man, though, that kayak game does look cool. Like, the water graphic, like, this is how old I am, and some of our listeners, watchers. I remember being a kid watching, I don't know, it was YouTube or something, when BioShock, before it came out, when they were just doing the development of it, and they did this, like, whole behind-the-scenes water, how they were doing water and stuff like that. This makes no sense. But you know what I'm saying. Their advancements of water graphics and physics and stuff. And to think that we've gone from there to like a full-on VR game where you're in the freaking water is like amazing to me. Oh, wish I could do that game. Brent says Yacht Club is the premium exclusive area of the ship. Kind of like first class on the Titanic? Brent, should you mention the Titanic if you're going on a cruise? That seems terrifying to me. So I might have a secret fear. I don't really have a lot of fears, but like I'd rather be in the ocean than on a boat because the idea of a boat sinking is terrifying to me. Because it like, now I know the Mythbusters try to disprove this, but I don't know if they did or not. But it like creates a vacuum around it, and you get sucked in, and you die. I don't know. I don't like it. Brent, don't get in like don't get attacked by pirates or something, and the boat sinks. I'm very sleepy. I don't know if people can tell or not, but I am. Pete, where did you go? You disappeared.
I'm here.
Okay.
Because funnily enough, what you don't realise is that other people have other things to do to get this damn podcast up ready for the morning.
I just need to sleep and drink. That's all I do to contribute to this podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty exclusive. Oh, okay. That's cool. Fair enough.
What?
Cool. I was just reading the comment.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry, I was out of the loop there because I had two sets of audio in my ear. I had yours and yours again on the edit.
Pete goes both ways.
Look, if this became a thing, then I'd make Kylie eat the shoe for my every week for this because I have to do everything.
If it's made out of a cow, I would probably eat it. I am a carnivore.
Yeah, well, you probably have.
It would be keto. So
nice.
Oh my gosh, I think we're going to wrap this up.
I can't be held accountable for the fact that Rezo decided to promise to the audience that he wouldn't slack again. And therefore, the only way to do it was by ingesting a leather-based item.
Public accountability.
Thank you. I'm glad you agree. Thank you, CD.
But I think we're going to wrap this up because I am getting very goofy at this point.
Yeah, please do, and before you freeze.
Oh yeah, because I'm like freezing. Mr. Freeze. I was trying. It's ice to see.
Ice to see you.
Why is that the worst? That's the only pun I could think of that he says, and he says like a million of them.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that film since probably 1999.
Probably. Yes, I'm just imagining a goofy yell in the background as the video goes black. It's true.
Sorry, if Kylie was handling any of this, there wouldn't be a podcast.
Oh, that's true. That is. I don't. Well, I mean, there would be. It would probably just be very experimental and arty farty and not about video games, probably. Like, I'd have full intentions about it being that way, and then I'd be like, let's talk philosophy. What's the philosophy behind Mario?
In fact, you might as well just call it Kylie's Diversion Corner.
Diversion. Yes. Oh my gosh. Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh my gosh. There's so many good ones.
They're bad. They are some seriously bad.
They're so...
I'm going to try and find a few more, alright? Just to
on.
read a couple of crap ones.
Okay. I'll hang on as long as I can.
Oh my god, there is an actual article from 2021. All of Mr. Freeze's puns from
my
Robin ranked.
Oh dear.
Yes. Classic. Amazing.
Yes.
There was the very nice but long ice. Yeah,
yes, we know that one. We know that one too well.
Always winterize your pipes.
Oh my gosh. How is that even a pun? See, that's the problem. Some of them weren't puns.
Yeah. My condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
Gosh. Oh dear.
Tonight, hell freezes over.
Yeah, I remember that one. Again,
all right,
not
everyone,
a pun.
chill.
Oh yes, that's I think that was in the trailer.
The Iceman cometh.
Not a pun.
You're not sending me to the cooler.
Oh gosh, I'm dying. I'm dying right now.
Stay cool, bird boy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Allow me to break the ice. Yep.
Yes, I remember that one too.
It's a cold town. Freezing hell, Batman.
Oh gosh.
Cool party.
Yeah, I remember that. That was in the trailer. Oh.
Let's kick some ice.
Oh gosh, I can't take it anymore, Pete.
Tonight's forecast: the freeze is coming.
Oh, I am.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Ah.
And that was number one.
You've put me on ice. Oh.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those incredibly bad ice puns.
Kiss my ice. And it says how many puns were in that movie. Oh, that's just the ice puns. There's a whole lot more. It's a terrible movie, but it's a movie from my childhood, so it makes me very happy. But it's a terrible movie.
Yes, never forget that Batman and Robin was famous for the bat nipples and the bat credit card.
Yep. Remember both those.
Hilarious.
Things. Yep.
So funny.
What a time to be alive. All right, we're wrapping this up because I'm just like...
Yeah, please do. Before I start going down the rabbit hole, more puns from that movie.
I cannot think of any puns. What is wrong? I'm very tired. Because ice puns are super easy. But nope, I'm an ice hole. That's all I can think of. All right.
I'm not even claiming to be intelligent enough to even create, to make any, so I'm just leaving it there. Let's call it a night.
All right. It's a night. I'm out of here. Pete's out of here. We will see y'all next week. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been so much fun. You've made it a very good night. Bye.
Bye, Joel. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.